Welcome, everybody, to another
Hello.
edition of Mid-States Live. Tonight's guest is going to be Mr. Mike Starr, who is from the Omaha Council Bluffs area. And do I have my volume up?
No, you seem to like it's okay right now.
Okay. Um, we're also going to talk a little bit about Elmwood as well.
Yeah, it was a good
So,
good show. I mean, I
yes,
posted my finds, and I was a very happy camper. So,
definitely. And let's see here. Let me mute.
what are you trying to do over there?
I'm muting some stuff. I've got all three.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm doing too. Getting everything set up.
Yeah. All that post cool stuff that we do that we got to play catch up for.
Pretty much.
All right. So, welcome everybody. Um, we need to see puppies. Well, puppies are put away at the moment because I think they would cause so much distractions that it wouldn't even be funny. Although they did get to go to Hy-Vee and the bank today.
Nice.
Going good. How are you? Yes, Greta, you'll get to see puppies soon. All right, so let's get into um, let's get into Elmwood. I think that's a
Okay.
good place to start.
Mm-hmm.
What did you think?
I thought it was another great show. We had a few people come able to help out set up on Saturday. There was a few people that were set up for the show on Saturday, and then Sunday morning everything went smoothly. Everybody got to their tables. Everybody got set up. Killer finds. I crossed some pieces off my list that I have definitely been hunting for, and a couple of them that I didn't know I was hunting for, but they were really cool cars, and I'm glad I picked them up. And it was an overall good day. Did a little exhibition racing with Nick with the light up NSX and the light up kit from the San Diego Comic Con. It was just an overall great day. The Batman races was a huge hit. The kids were having a blast. Everybody from Kent, Terry, and Miss Deb for putting that on. It was just a great event all the way across the board. I think the 50-50 raffle was over it was $106.
Yeah,
100
to the winner.
Yeah, that was to the winner. That wasn't You weren't getting $53. You got $106. And I know a lot of people picked up their club cars. Let's see, what else was there?
We had the business card giveaway guys
Yeah,
show up.
yeah, we had those. We had that happen. We had there was a lot of stuff. There was the vendor raffles. There was the attendee raffles. There was what else? I know I'm forgetting something.
Well, we got to see folks from the Kansas City area.
Yep.
We had folks come down from the Sioux Falls area. Um, we had several folks from the Lincoln, Omaha area come as well. My big takeaway was just the happiness that everybody seemed to be having. We have to also thank Troy and Becky for hosting us again and the great food that they had. A special thanks to Donnie, Don Cadle and Brian Barron for coming, hang out, and everything. So that was good.
Yep.
Uh,
What's up, Lincoln Toy Show, Mr. Bill Melville, James? Man, we got everybody popping in here tonight.
and we did have. I forget that Bill lives in Sioux City and is so close to the border that we do have some Iowa guys. We're still looking for that last card. It hasn't been found or hasn't been claimed yet, so we don't know if anybody has it, or if they do, they're not on the page. So
Well,
if you have,
that's just it. And we will honor that card. It doesn't have to be. I mean, obviously, we put on their Elmwood, but if someone brings us, in 6 months and goes, hey, here's this card that I found, but I didn't know what it was for or something, we'll still honor that card. So if you have that card, feel free to reach out to myself or Kent, and we'll get you your prize. So, and with 2 of them we've given away so far, but the third one did not get, or at least we don't know if it got found yet or not. So we're just kind of, we'll wait and see kind of thing. So hopefully somebody finds it soon, and or gets a hold of us, and we'll be able to give out that third prize. And if not, then we'll just strike that one up to it wasn't meant to be, and we'll just start again with the new cards that were, for next year. This is something we're not going to do just one time. We'll probably do it again. So,
did everybody like it? I mean, what was the overall thought process? Did we like the idea behind the scavenger hunt?
I didn't hear any negativity on it. I thought everybody that was involved with it, it seemed like everybody was enjoying it. I didn't hear, like I said, I didn't hear anything negative on it. The only thing that we could do is, being that our admin team is not quite all in the same location, who knows? Maybe next time, maybe there'll be a little bit more widespread. So you never know what's going to happen. So you just have to stay tuned and see what we do next. But yes, I'd love to hear if anybody that went out hunting for them or something that actually did find one, what they thought of the game. So,
well, I would like to hear that as well. I thought the prizes were really good. RLC level and higher for prizes, which is always a cool thing.
Well, yeah, it was 2 2 of the RLCs, and then there was a special prize. So, and
yes.
I don't know which one got picked right off. Or no, I do. No, I know one. No. But yeah, either way, it was a great time, and I enjoyed it. So, and hopefully everybody else did too. So,
so let's get into it. Our next show is going to be December 3rd in Norfolk, and I think we're gonna that'll be the Christmas show, and we'll have a good time there like we always do. Also, you're going to start seeing some more movement on the Fremont show here in July 27th. We acquired a kids prize for everybody, but we'll wait to put that out here as well. Do we have an update on the Halloween car?
We are in talks with Mr. Lee Allen. So there's a few things that still need to get ironed out, but we're moving forward, and it's going to be an amazing car. So save me those Ferraris, Kent. Yeah, I don't. I think you're kind of SO to the L on that one. I don't believe Kent's going to be giving many Ferraris away. So
I might show them on camera, but that's about it.
This is
okay.
True.
So let's get started. Let's bring our guest on for the night. For those that are around our area, Mike and Cody Starr, they're cousins. They live in the Omaha metro area. Cody's on the Omaha side. Mike's on the Council Bluffs side. So Mike agreed to come on and be a guest, and we're going to bring him on out here. Everybody, this is Mike Starr. And there you are, Mike. How are you?
Hello, everybody.
How's it going?
Okay, good. Why don't you give us a little bit about yourself? Tell us a little bit about who you are, where you're from.
Put the guest in the middle, man.
What do you mean like that?
Yes, there we go.
There we go. All right.
Everybody sees us.
For anybody that doesn't know me, my name is Mike Starr. I have a problem. Or is this the wrong group for that?
No, no. We all have the same problem here. So.
Yeah, we all have that problem. Way too much.
But
go back to the notes.
I have been collecting for approximately about a year at this point. So not too long. I know there's a lot of seasoned veterans in this whole group. I get it. Basically, I collect a lot of like the JDM stuff, and really, I've learned recently that I just collect what I like at this point. So I'm trying not to hoard, as they say.
Yeah.
It's an easy thing that happens. I mean,
Yeah.
I've got a box with 110 Mercedes in it. They're the exact same car, but that's for a custom process. So, that's a different view.
Yeah, see what happens when you
You can see so much more. That's crazy.
when you hoard, Mike. You end up with things like this.
Yeah.
Just
It's
saying.
starting. Look, it's starting. It's slowly getting there.
Yeah.
Yes, I know.
And my other room, the room right over here, is full. Like all the walls are full. It looks like Brent's, but they're all carded.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, I can do that. I just choose to do it this way.
Yeah, you save a lot of space.
Oh no, I don't.
No, no.
I have I have another room, Mike.
All right. So first question for the night: how would you define collecting today?
I kind of agree with your greed thing that you guys talked about a couple shows ago.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
The hobby is very. I've been in a lot of hobbies. I collected a lot of things. So I've collected Legos. I've collected, Pokemon cards. I collected Pogs. I know you guys know what Pogs are. So
Yes.
I've collected a lot of things growing up. Like Burger King toys, McDonald's toys, stuff like that. I've had several collections. This, in my opinion, is my favorite thing I've collected yet, because I'm really into cars. So like this car right here is my
Mhm.
actual personal car, and
Very nice.
and I built this in my gravel driveway of my old house approximately 2 years ago, and
Nice.
I did it 100% by myself. So like that kind of transitioned into, well, these are cheaper, little Hot Wheels are cheaper than buying, $700 turbos. And
At first.
at first, yeah. Me and Kevin were talking about this pre-show. It's there's a lot of expensive cars in this hobby,
Yeah.
but a lot of them I don't need.
Well, you need them all, really.
Yeah, this was actually like one of my. I was really hunting this one down for a while because this was before I even collected, and I actually got this in a trade from Chris Cogan not
Okay.
too long ago. So
Nice.
Nice.
that was one of the
Nice.
cars that I really wanted. I have a few Skylines, but my collection started off as mainly just Civics or Hondas in general.
Yeah.
$2,000 on cars. Oh, that's a scary thought. I don't even want to know.
That's too much money.
I've done that almost on one.
Yes, you have, and I watched that happen.
Yeah, it sucked. But it's a great thing to have. So
All right. So, who or what has influenced your collecting or your collection in general?
That kind of just goes back into the same thing I just said. I love cars. I have that car that I built, and then I have another one that I haven't started on yet. And so, like, during the winter, obviously we live in the Midwest, so it's cold outside. I don't want to go outside and do anything. I don't want to go in my garage and do anything. I just it kind of transitions into the same thing. Like, these are pretty fun to kind of tinker with. I made a custom of my car.
Oh, nice. There you go.
It's
Perfect.
no hood, and it's this is easier. I can stay in the warmth of my house. I can just tinker. That's the biggest thing. I'm a tinkerer. I love tearing stuff apart, putting it back together, and fingers crossed it works.
yeah.
Yeah. So, how long did it take you to make that Honda?
Way too long. Way too long. So when I first started collecting, I'm like, oh, it'll be cool. I'll just make customs. I'll do wheel swaps, or I'll have fun doing that. So I bought like all the Hokos, because I started collecting like right around the time those green, the Super
Yeah. Yeah.
Hoko 2000 GTX or whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
So I had like 100 of those because I was just gonna make a bunch of customs, and I never made one. So then So then I had like a whole tote full of just doubles and triples and, quadruplets of everything that I thought I was going to make into a custom. And I'm like, yeah, I can't do this. So I'm just going to start collecting what I like. And I ended up buying my first Super. I didn't find one before I bought one. And it was the gold Civic.
Yeah, that's a good way to start.
And then I was like, well, now I got to go down the rabbit hole. I got to get all the JDM Supers I could find. And I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to try and collect all the Supers. And then now it's like, man, if I'm missing one, it's like, it gets to you. It's in your head. You're like, I need that car. I need that car.
Yeah, I mean, I can agree with you to a point on that. I mean, obviously, for me, I love a Super just like everybody else does. But for me, they've got to, I don't know, they've got to really enjoy the car because, when you get to the unfortunate level that I'm at and Kent's at, and there's a few others, we have so many cars that it's like, do I really need that one? So, I mean, I had a friend reach out to me tonight, and he asked if I was interested in a Super that he had found, and it wasn't a car that I was super after, so, it's just kind of, I understand, but I'm also on the other side of the fence. But back in the day, yeah, I mean, at one point I had every single regular treasure hunt from 2013 until I think last year is when I quit.
Dang.
I have every single regular treasure hunt, and it got to the point where it was like, I don't like this. Why did I spend the $2 on this car when I can put that $2 towards something else? So, eventually you may hit that wall, but who knows?
And I told myself that at the beginning of this year, I wasn't going to collect the Supers from this year because I struggled last year to kind of backtrack to get the first, 6 or whatever. Because the first Super I ever found was the Lamborghini Mira.
Okay.
So and then I had to backtrack to get all the ones behind that and then still move forward. Well, I ended up getting all 15 from last year, and I'm like, well, I don't want to do that next year because the castings weren't great. It was a Batmobile and then 5 red Supers in a row, and then
I do agree with the red on that one. It was like, all right. I mean, even though red is a pretty, important color in this state, but I mean, you can only do so many solid red cars that it just kind of got old fast.
And then it turned out that I ended up finding all of them this year, like A, B, C, D, and then I'm like, well, now I have to do it.
You don't have to do anything.
You're right.
I mean, for me personally, when I decided to quit chasing Supers, I felt freed, honestly. It opened my eyes to different things, and it opened me to other possibilities. And I've gone down rabbit holes that make you go, what the heck?
As he's looking for a rabbit hole.
My latest rabbit hole.
So Troy bought the plane that was like that. It was the Coca-Cola or Pepsi.
They're all Pepsi.
Yeah,
It's
the
all
Pepsi
Pepsi.
plane. And he opened it after he spent I think it was expensive. I don't know. It was like $40 or whatever for the mad props. Yeah.
This one cost me $75, and it was in its package when I bought it.
That's crazy.
They roll so much better out of the package. And I have
Yes.
another one too. I have a dairy delivery too.
I open them for the wheels. I just steal the wheels off of them.
Ooh, there's better ways to do that too. There's guys out there that can do that for you without having to
spending
spend.
the $6 and having drawers full of cars that look like this.
Yeah, see, there's a dairy delivery.
That one's
Yeah.
cool. I seen
Yeah.
that one posted on a page the other day.
But I've gone down the purple passion rabbit hole, and I'll probably regret that one too.
Send those my way.
I'm trying to take a page out of Brian Nitcher's thing, make like a little U-Haul.
That's
There you go.
Pretty nice.
There you go.
But this has been sitting here for like 3 months. I don't think I'll ever finish it.
I don't say that. I started working on a project 2 years ago that I'm not quite done with. So you got time. So don't worry about it.
Yeah. I'm still
Okay.
young, right?
What's your favorite casting?
I bet you can guess.
I'm thinking it's a big picture behind him.
Yeah, and it's
So it's either the EK9, so the EK9, which they've just, I think this is the first year they made a premium of it, right?
I think
The
so.
Boulevard, the white
Mhm.
Boulevard. So it's
Yeah.
either that one or the EG6, which that one's going to be. I've had this car since 2014,
I hear you.
and I don't know. I have an EG Coupe as well in my garage, but they don't make that casting.
Not yet.
Yeah, not yet. Which I'm hoping they do, because to be accurate to the Fast and the Furious, where the Rogers truck, those are all EG Coupes.
Yeah, let's not get started on that.
That's a diorama that should have been made about 6 years ago. So
Yeah, for sure.
Between that and the Jensen, I don't know which one's more of a.
oh, that dang Jensen. Yeah, some sooner or later, because I know Ken would bend over backwards to get as many of those as he can find. But yeah,
What do you mean, Jensen?
it's what is it, the
It's an
70?
interceptor.
Yeah, it's the one that Letty drove.
Okay.
And when she doesn't have her memory, when they're fighting, who are they fighting against?
It's Shaw, the first Shaw. That's when she's with them in London,
Yeah,
Okay.
and they're it's that one. Okay, so Lincoln's Toy Show wants to know, since you've been collecting for a year, how many cars are in your collection?
I would say upwards of 2,000. I have 3 totes that are full that I have no room for to hang up.
mm-hmm.
So I basically just reverted, because I was collecting any mainline that I thought was cool, and I've kind of turned into I try to only collect premiums,
Mm-hmm.
which it's kind of expensive, but
There's a lot of cool main lines though.
there is a lot of cool mainlines.
And
Which
I mean, I agree to a point. I mean, I've literally got 3 premiums on deck for tonight. They're technically 4. I
I'm
technically,
going to steal the wheels off those.
there you go. See, and that's where we differ, because all of these are going to go into my actual private collection, and they're actually going to, because that's the thing. I'm more of a purist, so I like to keep them as they were, so to speak. But I understand the customization fun of it, and so yeah, I can agree with you on that one. But 2,000 is not bad in a year.
No, so that's just I have all the totes I bring to the shows. That's 5 totes full
Mm-hmm.
of just cars. Like I was telling Kent, I bought a buttload of cars to customize, and it never happened. So now I'm just sitting on them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like I said, I got 110 of the Mercedes in a box, and I don't know if I'm ever going to do anything with them. So,
Did you find the Mercedes Chase?
I do have the black one, yes.
Gotcha.
Do you have, or what would I like to say? Besides the other car that you've already mentioned, that Honda Coupe, what other car would you like to see done that hasn't been done yet?
That was my answer to that.
See, we just answered a question with a question, so we're good.
So, maybe have they made a Mazda like a B series pickup?
No.
Like the old
B-series.
technically like the Nissan hard body?
The hard body, yes, it has been done a couple of times in various forms. I mean, you've got the Blackwall Era truck with the engine sticking out in the back. And then you've got the newer one that's been in the black one that's in the Boulevard set, and of course I'm looking for it and I can't find it.
Yeah, I'm doing the same thing, and I'm losing horribly.
There's the other one that has the paint style of the original mini truck.
The one with the high. It's got adjustable suspension.
No, not that
No.
one. The Boulevard that came out that was blue, And then they did.
Okay, yeah. It was in the
It really should be one. It was a Boulevard.
yeah.
Yeah.
It was an
There was
early
a car
Boulevard.
culture one that was blue and white.
Yeah, that's it. That's the one I'm thinking of.
I don't
The
think
black
I-
one. The black one is in. Oh, I see it. I got it.
Oh, I do have
And I'm just gonna sit here by myself because I don't know. I don't know where mine are. So
the black one, right? This one?
Yeah,
yes,
that's the black.
yeah, and then there's the blue one.
Which is the mini truck had the same or very close to graphics on the side with the big old subwoofers in the back and just the oh, we're gonna do it. I mean, come on, you can't sit there and tease us.
So this card, I've had this since like I first started collecting, and look, it's like if I can get the light to
Oh yeah, it's bent.
Yeah,
see the big crease right there.
Yeah, it's not bad, but yeah.
I'll open it because I don't have this one out. Any of the trucks out of the package.
but to answer your question, like the Mazda B series trucks, no, those have never been done that I can remember. I mean,
That might be a casting that I would like to see because they did do like the mini truck series. Like they could use that in the mini truck series. They could use it in another like adjustable suspension truck. You know, like the one with a bed like rolls around and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
gonna be a future RLC release. Is what the one you're thinking of with the moving bed.
Yep.
yeah,
That'll be a future RLC because otherwise you have to go backwards into time, and that would be to the Revell S10 with the dancing beds. So,
And I've heard those are pretty cool.
oh, you've ever seen one?
Nope.
Oh, well, here let me
I do.
let me go ahead and change that for you because I happen to have a couple of these. I've got 3 or 4 of them, but this one's loose. But
Oh yeah. See, those are so nice.
yeah, and you know it's got the full-on suspension, but then it also has the tilt beds that spin around.
Those are so expensive.
Yes, they are. They are ridiculous. This one's not my cheapest one because my cheapest one is the one I found in the store for I think it was $2 or $3 at the time. So
No, you found one cheaper.
no, that one was still the cheapest one because it was like $3. The one that you're thinking of cost me $5. So
Really? I thought
Yeah.
you got it for cheaper than that.
no, I got the Wizard for $5. So
So Revell
Okay.
used to make like they used to be in the diecast style, right?
yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes, and if you want sticker shock, go chasing down those rabbits, because
I
some
used
of
to do
some
models, like
well,
model kits,
yeah,
and the Rebel makes those, right?
yeah.
Same
And
company.
in fact, this one here, well, the only way you could get this car in 1/64th was to buy the model kit that it came with the model kit.
Oh, is that
it's-
an Impala?
Yeah. Yeah, 64 Impala. It's got opening trunk, adjustable suspension, but yeah, the only way you could get this was in a model kit.
Yeah. Revell cars are not cheap.
No. In fact, the cheapest Revels will probably run you about 30, and that's for the non-adjustable versions. Some of the Cadillacs and the Regals get into the $100 to $200 a piece car category. So, and there's a lot of Impalas and Monte Carlos, and they just have the up-down suspension. Like I paid 50. I think I paid 50 cents for this one.
Oh, that one's cool.
It's Monte Carlo adjustable suspension. Now these are not the original wheels that came with this car. When I bought it, it was actually missing all of the wheels, and it had one wheel, but they were 20s, and I swapped it out for the 13s. So, because I'm more of a lowrider purist.
I got into doing these, like
Yeah,
model kits, but I bought this one and then I bought this one. Cat might like this one,
That's a nice one.
there you go.
the Z Tune, but they've just been sitting under my desk for like 2 years.
I've got model kits from when I was a teenager that still have yet to be built. So,
I got like a whole toolbox full of built models out in my garage.
man,
Brian says we're in for it because we got Brent going on the
Yes,
lowrider.
I have no clue what you're talking about.
Is that Nitcher?
No, that'd be my
No,
brother.
His brother.
Yeah.
Brian Nitcher. That he hooked me up pretty good at the Elmwood show. He traded me a bunch
to-
of
I need to-
Kobe's for the convention cars. The two.
Yeah.
Nice.
I need to bring
He's a
those.
good dude.
My brother said just wait for the jumping cars. And he's not wrong. I do have jumping cars. They're not 1/64th, but I do own them. I just need to bring them home.
What are jumping cars?
They were literally, you had a little remote control in your hand and you could make it jump and hop and flat and lower. Yeah, I've got 3 of those, I think. I've got the Joker, I got a red Impala, and a black 53 Chevy.
Okay.
They're very old.
What were the other? So this was a while ago, but one of the shows I was watching, you just got one of the like 140. It was a bigger 164. No, it was like
Oh, the
124 scale.
118.
Oh, the 118, the purple Impala that I showed.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it was like that was the only one you had in the box.
Yeah, that's the white Impala. Yeah, those are actually Hot Wheels. Hot Wheels used to make 118th back in the 2000 era.
Yeah, and the
They were
100%
trying to make
era.
one a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, but that one was a whole lot more money than these ones. These ones are a little bit more low key. I've actually got 2 Impalas, and yeah, there's another one. I don't have that one. I've got
Of course,
I've got a drag bus, and I've got 2 Impalas. But yeah, Hot Wheels used to make, and they used to make big Ferraris too. So
Yeah.
I'll bet those are expensive.
Yeah.
yes, definitely
Okay.
expensive.
Let's get into another question. Do you have any pet peeves about the hobby? Anything that just sticks out to you that you go, man, I wish it wasn't like this?
Some of this, like, I don't want to say scalpers, but some of the people that go and like physically, like, either harass the employees
Okay.
or just destroy the entire aisle.
Okay. I get it.
If you go to the store every day and it's the same thing, it's like, who is doing this?
Mm-hmm.
Because I went today on my way home from work today. I even stopped and I get there and, like, I get the employees don't necessarily put stuff where it goes, but like, I know where it goes. So I'll move it, or if it doesn't fit on the shelf, I'll put it on the top, I'll clean the aisle up. And it's like every single day I go there after work, it is destroyed.
Oh yeah.
Like, just,
Yeah.
I wish that people would just clean up after themselves. That would be it would save me so much time, and I can't imagine how many other people do the same thing I do. You go there, you organize the bin because you want to see if there's anything in that bin. You organize the pegs because you want to see if there's anything on the pegs. You don't want to have to dig through stuff on the shelves and on the floor. And
Yeah, no, I agree with you on that one. And as Lincoln's Toy Show says, it's everywhere, unfortunately. And it doesn't matter where you go, what state is the area. That's just one of the downsides of our hobby, is that there's people that are in it strictly for money that don't even have a car in their collection or don't even collect them. They're just strictly in it for money. So
I think the bigger thing here is to be the ambassador, be the person who's doing something positive instead of something destructive.
mm-hmm.
Hunting for cars is great. Cleaning up is great, but clean up so that you make it better for those employees so they don't have to do that nonsense because somebody else couldn't be a big person and clean up their mess.
yep.
I don't have
And I've been at Walmart before, like I used to get off at 2:30. Now I get off at 5. But I used to go to the Walmart that's closest to me, and most of the time I would walk in there and start cleaning stuff up just to see maybe they haven't run pallets out yet or they haven't stocked yet. So I'll kind of give myself like 15 minutes to kind of like see if they bring anything out or see if anything is coming out. And then I'll pick up the aisle, and a lot of times the zoner would come up and be like, "What are you doing?" Like, "I'm cleaning the aisle," like, and after so many times of her like catching me cleaning the aisle, she just kind of like, she was like, I appreciate you cleaning this.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this aisle is the worst aisle to clean.
Yeah.
So it saves, I'll save her some time, and she's super helpful. I'll be like, "Is there anything planned to come out, or is there anything on its way?" And she'll usually, either scan it and tell me, not until next month, or it saves me time because then I don't have to go there every day thinking, hopefully it'll be here today. Hopefully it'll be here today.
Yeah.
But come on, what's the fun in not going every day?
I still go every day. I go on my lunch break.
I haven't been. I don't know. I haven't even been in a Walmart in almost a week.
Yeah.
Between my job and the just how busy I am with with work, I just don't. I don't. I've got a lot of friends that help me out for certain things I'm looking for, and the rest of it, if I get it, I get it. If I don't, I don't. But yeah, I mean, I used to do the same thing. I used to. One of my jobs, I used to get off at 2:30 in the 2:30. I was 2:30 in the morning, and this was back in. Good Lord, this would have been.
Don't
Careful,
date
you're gonna
yourself.
age yourself.
No, it was only about 10 years ago, but it was when the Walmarts were open 24 hours a day. So I used to get off work and I would go to Walmart, and then I'd go to Walmart, and then I'd go to Walmart, and then I'd go to Walmart. I mean, I was out until 6 o'clock in the morning. I'd spend 3.5, 4 hours just out running and all over Omaha. I mean, I was literally hitting L Street. I would hit Pacific Street, go over on the northwest and get the Irvington side. I'd go out to Gretna. I mean, I was all over the place.
It doesn't pay to do that.
Back then it did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Back then it did, but
Hot Wheels were coming in all the time apparently back then because
oh yeah,
I must have started collecting at the worst time
probably.
because it was like everybody's like, "Oh, you missed it." They used to get they would get a box at least every night.
So
Not always though.
I wouldn't say you've missed it. What I would say is you're coming in at a time when the popularity of Hot Wheels and diecast cars in general is probably at an all-time high. So you got to think of you have more collectors in a smaller area, very saturated. So finding something, I mean, and this is across the entire country, I think. It's that way. So I don't think you're missing anything. I just think it's just the supply and demand. Okay. We've got here, I watched an employee tossing a bin like.
Okay, since Kent can't read it without laughing, he said, I watched an employee tossing the dump bin like a salad, and I asked why. She said because they're supposed to keep it looking like that. Why? And then he was asking the question, and I said, good Lord, that's crazy, because it is. There's no reason to do that other than you're trying to make the bin look more full. It's the only thing I could think of, but the only thing you're doing is destroying the cards. I mean, there is cardboard collectors out there. I understand that aspect of it, but you're also making some of them to the point where they're not even sellable, and you have to throw them or write them off, and you have more paperwork to do. So there's no reason to do things like that, in my opinion.
Yeah. Okay, we're going to skip the next one. Is there a series or diecast company that you want to learn more about?
See, this one I didn't really have an answer to because
Yeah, we made you think.
what?
We made you think.
Yeah, and so I've kind of jumped into a little bit of Johnny Lightning and stuff like that, but that's like bare minimum. I will only buy them if it is I know they got the EK9 or the EK Civic hatchbacks. The 20. I bought 2 of those. The only one of those I don't have is the White Lightning. And then I bought 1 GTR, and then I have an Integra that's a Johnny Lightning. But other than that, like everything else in my whole collection is Hot Wheels. I don't even think I have a Greenlight.
I kind of regret getting rid of my Johnnies. I do.
Don't worry. I still got quite a few of them, Kent. I'll keep them safe for you. I have a lot. There's no other way to describe that. It's just I have everything. I probably got brands you ever heard of Majorette?
Yep.
Okay, I've got piles of Majorette, Johnny Lightning, Matchbox, freaking M2s, Greenlight. I've got some Ertls, not very many, but I do have some Ertls. It's just, for me, it's just, as you hinted earlier, and I've been hinting and pushing for years, is collect what you like. So
I've slowly gone down that. And that was another thing. Like I was like, oh, it'd be so cool. I want to go to the Legends tour. So my wife actually gave that to me as a gift for Father's Day. and we went to Texas when it was Houston, I think. Yeah, Houston.
That's a road trip.
Well, we flew there, and we
Oh,
made like
okay.
a weekend. We made like a week of it, so we technically used it as like our vacation for the year.
There you go.
And we went to Galveston. We stayed there. We stayed on the beach. We went swimming, stuff like that. But the Legends tour, I don't think I ever want to go to another one
No, why is that?
because it was so bad. It was terrible. Like the whole dump bin situation. I get it. It's like that here, but not nearly on the grand aspect of things because there was like 500 people there trying to dig through 8 bins, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I didn't even mess with those. I went to the one in Wichita, the very first year. I got down there at like 6:00 at night. Spent the night, got in line, made sure I was first in line because I wanted that green 510.
I need that green 510.
It's pretty.
Yeah, I didn't even mess with it because I was like, I can go get those anytime I want. All of those cars that were in those bins, I could get anytime I wanted. I just have to either go to the store or go to a show and do it. So, no. What I enjoyed about Legends Tour was getting to talk to the people.
Yeah,
And
I didn't get to talk to anybody. I was in line for the S2000s, and I was talking to the guy and his kid or his kids behind me. But even then, it was just like I couldn't
get your car and go.
Well, and it wasn't even like that. It was like I couldn't really relate with him because I didn't know anything about the geography. He'd be like, "Oh, I found this at this place," and I'm like, "I don't know where that's at." I can't relate. I could tell him what I found, and he could tell me what he's found, or he could tell me what he has. And
Right.
it's not like if we wanted to make a trade, I could do it that day because all my stuff's in Iowa. You know what I mean? So,
What's up, Poncho?
Let's see here. What's better in your opinion, collecting or selling?
collecting by far.
Okay. Why?
It's kind of like a description of yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like to show my collection to people, like Ron McGuire and Kyle Conger. He was one of the business card winners.
Yeah.
They've both all been in my house. Troy Ramsey's been in my house. Trenton's been in my house. I've been in your house. You're like, that's what I like. I like seeing other people's collections because it's like a, you can see if people are organized. You can see if people are like just eclectic. No, it tells a lot about the collector by like.
Yeah.
Well, mine's a
seeing
hot
people.
mess.
No, yours is pretty good.
Mine's all right.
Mine's a hot mess. Okay. His is 1,000 times better. Brent's is 1,000 times better than mine. I
like Brent's because it's like the wood. It's made out of wood, right? All your
Yes.
things are wood.
Yes.
I'm a big fan of handcrafted stuff. I love handcraft. Like, you give me a coffee table from 1940, and I would rather have that than the
latest IKEA.
the IKEA crap that you build out of a box.
Yeah, mine were my buddy and me built all of these cases that you see behind me. I sanded every single piece of these cases. I helped stain them. I cut most of the pieces for all of the slots, and this was a several month project. This was almost every night after work, and just constantly working.
It looks good.
Thank you. And they're not even technically complete because, like, right now I can reach back here and grab a car off the wall. There eventually will be acrylic 4x4 acrylic sheets, and there will be no way to get to the cars without opening the cases. So,
So when you do that, is it gonna screw to the front, or is it gonna slide into like a channel?
it's actually, you can't really, I don't know if you're able to see it or not, but there's actually, if I tilt back just a hair.
Oh, hinges.
Yeah, there's hinges up there. And they're actually There is hinges. They're already in place. All I got to do is just hang the acrylic sheets. I have all the acrylic. It's something I haven't got around to doing because I kind of enjoy being able to go up and just grab something off the wall. So
I was gonna save this question that's up there for last, but inquiring minds want to know what is the correct way to face your cars.
So this one I had to think about this one quite a bit because in my opinion, I don't think there is a correct way.
when you have to put them up one way or the other, or do you have them going?
You can have them going both, and I'm looking at my case that I have behind my desk, and I just have those there's the Dollar Tree. They hold 6 cars.
Okay.
And so I have this section on this side that are facing this way, and then the ones on the other side are facing towards them. So they I don't know. I think it looks appealing that way.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, if you say you wanted half your, so you know how your camera is right here. This is where you sit when you do the lives, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the case on your left, or the way I'm looking at it, my right, you could have them facing, towards you.
Yeah.
And then
See,
they could be
hard
like
because
this, and they kind of center yourself,
Yeah, and I could flip them all around the other way, but see, the thing about this is my entire setup is mobile. I'm on a laptop. I'm on a table that spins. I can move to other cases. There's 4 lights right above me, so it's really bright right here, and there's not a huge glare off my forehead right here. So if I go to another area, the light's not as good, or there's not enough light over there. So I kind of like being here, but I can move to other cases too. So I have 9 options to choose from.
The correct way is to have the driver's side door facing.
I got to disagree. Got to go with the passenger door.
Facing
Because,
you.
well, out. Everything I have out is all passenger side.
So the way they're packaged is incorrect?
No, if you look at a Hot Wheel, passenger side.
Yeah.
If you look at a Matchbox,
Driver's side.
driver's side.
But see, this one is packaged driver's side.
Turn it around.
Yeah, spin it around.
Spin it around.
I did.
Yeah.
That's on driver's side. Dave says 45-degree angle.
Well, that's another way to do it.
That is very true.
Jeff says Mattel has their logos facing left or right. If you face the cars the other direction, they're backwards. Well, that's another way to look at it. But seriously, that is probably the most intense debate that we have going right now.
Yeah. And nobody's keeping track. So all the things I think I'm pretty sure I'm in the lead. So
unfortunately.
How many of your cars are faced the wrong way right now, Brent?
0.
Are you sure?
Yes.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, let's not get into that. That was kind of painful.
That is a very large no in my home. If you come in here, you're more than welcome to pick them up and look at them, put them back the way you found them. That's my only thing. I don't come to your house and mess with your stuff. Don't mess with mine. So, yeah. As far as I know, they're all the correct way. Yes, Ken has been yelled at. So,
and it was
a joke on the when you first got the cases done.
Yeah.
Someone was it? Reagan?
No, it was Kent that started it, and then everybody else started playing along, and then I got mad, and everybody stopped. So.
Yeah, I think I had gotten to about 9 cars one night when we were playing pool down in the basement, and I severely got yelled at. But I found every one of them, fixed them.
Not all of them. You missed one.
I missed one. Okay, well.
Yeah, that's just the way Hot Wheels has always been, and that's just kind of the way I like them. All my IDs are passenger door, and they all come in the box. So, but then again, if you actually open the box, they're all facing the same way as the carded ones. So,
yep.
Unless it's JDM and the steering wheel's on the other side. There you go. See?
Yeah, like the EG custom EG.
I don't know. I got.
All right. Would you ever attend convention?
Absolutely.
What would it take for you to go?
Saving quite a bit of money.
How much do you think it's gonna would cost to go to convention?
I like to be able to buy stuff. If I
Yeah.
want it, I like to
Okay.
be. I want it, and if I want it, I get it. So I would say I'd have to take at least $2,500 with me.
I think that's pretty for walking around money. I think that's pretty reasonable.
And my
I
wife
think
gets discounts on hotels, so if it's at a Hilton, I get hella good deals on hotels.
Yep, and you've told us that before. And LA normally is at the LAX Hilton, so
Marriott.
or no, it's at a Marriott.
Oh,
Yeah, never mind. But it's an option. But no, you're not wrong. $2,500 walking around money. That's more than I think I've ever taken to any show. I think the highest I ever took was I think you think you're right. I think it was probably around 2,500. But then that was that was one of the last shows. But I didn't spend it all in one place. But my very first show in 18, I took $1,600 and came home with I think $800 and a
And it came home.
overflowing suitcase. So
because I'll take what is it, a week long, right? Usually.
it's normally
Yeah.
it starts on Wednesday and it goes till Sunday.
Yeah, so I
Officially.
take like
Yeah,
three,
officially.
take like 3 pairs of clothes.
Well, you take 2 suitcases.
And yeah, but I'm gonna have to bring all this stuff I buy back.
Same with us.
Yeah.
we flow every time.
Almost.
Although, well, we have flown to every convention, but the only convention that we may or may not have splurged a little extra in was Atlanta, and the only reason that we did that is because our lovely, amazing friend Deb was there and she was driving home, and we snuck a couple of things into her truck. So
Nice. Atlanta's not that far.
no, it's not. But I don't. If I can, I don't want to have to spend 2 days on the road. I'd rather just fly and be there.
Me and my wife learned that like 4 or 5 years back. If it takes us more than 6 hours to drive there, we fly.
Yeah.
Period. I don't care if it takes 6 hours and 1 minute. We're flying.
I drive, but there hasn't been any close enough to that I had tickets to in order to just drive. So
Well, there would have been one, but let's not talk about that.
yes, we're not going to Chicago.
Okay. Uh oh.
They got
Oh.
down here.
And I'm betting you bet anything, Deb or not Deb, but Miss Greta is probably not in here. Poppers,
Frankie time.
what are you doing? He's like, I hear something. I don't know where it's coming from though. Very
Oh,
nice.
Are
Is
they
Sammy there
they
too?
siblings? Are your
Yeah.
puppies?
They're siblings. This is Frankie. Sammy's around here somewhere. All right. Sammy, come. Sammy, come.
As the show goes off the rails.
Completely. Robin's hiding off, trying to get him.
No.
While they're fighting over a toy.
As long as it's not a Hot Wheel.
Well,
Do
that
that.
happened. Okay, so that happened the other night, actually.
Oh yeah.
They got the Kidco Datsun that Q threw at me.
Oh, that's no fun.
This is Sammy.
Hello.
Okay, so let's get into it.
We're running out of time here.
I know. Where
What
do
is-
you want to see your collecting habits go in the future?
That kind of gets me back to I'm just gonna collect what I like.
Gotcha.
And like basically just JDM and chase pieces when I can find them because some of them are kind of tough.
Yeah.
Frankie.
More premium stuff like
Frankie.
Car Culture Boulevard.
I just messaged Greta. Puppies are on camera. See how long it takes her to pop in here.
Yeah.
But other than that, I think I'm just gonna collect what I like.
That's a good approach to take because it takes people quite a while to learn how to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there's Amy Whitmer. Let's see. How did you find us?
So I was actually. There's kind of a weird story. So Cody Starr is my cousin, but I hadn't talked to him, and I don't think I ever talked to him. before last year.
Right.
His dad and my mom are obviously siblings, but like I lived with my dad. I didn't really live with my mom too much,
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't really talk to the Star side of the family all that much.
Right.
So when I found you guys, I was actually I was getting into the hobby, and I was looking for Facebook pages just to kind of like, so I could get like a little bit of a jump start or figure out what's popping up everywhere and stuff like that, so I could look for what is, popular.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And I stumbled across Mid States, and I'm like, oh, I wonder where they're from, and and that's when I excuse me, I sent a request, got accepted, and rest is history.
There you go.
Okay, so what has been your favorite moment in the club so far?
The Norfolk show, where I was the duck target. That was actually
That target.
that was
Nice.
actually really fun.
Yeah, I think that was the one I missed. I think
was,
that was
it
the
was.
one.
That was-
I think that's the only show up there I've missed. So
That was the same day I think that was the same day we all met Brian Nitcher and Rainey.
Yes.
And
Yes.
Rainey's and their daughter, man, she was a ninja.
Yeah. That was the first time that they actually went and saw one of our shows, and they were just getting started.
Yep.
So they were trying to figure out what they were wanting to do, how they wanted to operate, and they came and saw us. We definitely I don't know how good he was at catching the ducks.
I was terrible.
I mean,
Terrible.
well, Evan is
Evan?
Evan is the reigning worst at it catching people.
And I was catching her, but and I knew it was her, so I was just watching her, and then her, Brian, and Rainey all got like all the kids that were there, got them all
Yeah.
to like, and it was hard because like if anybody came up to your table at all and had any questions, you were like, you were on the edge of your seat trying to pay attention to what was going on around you, but it was just fun, fun for the kids and fun for whoever is the duck target. It's
Yeah.
definitely something different, and it's fun. Like,
yeah.
Yeah, and like I don't. It's kind of hard to tell, but there's actually ducks like all over the place down here in my basement now. There never used to be a single duck, but without moving my eye, I can literally see 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 10 with just in this vision. There's 10. So
where did the duck come from? What?
I don't really know
PJ.
how. Yeah, well, that was the thing. Kent and Terry Bono, they had found like this bag of ducks, and so we wanted to play a game, and we needed a target duck, and that's where the blue one comes from. But that was a later on, and basically we started with PJ, but nobody knew what was going on, and somebody's audio is really, really loud. Like
It might be mine.
I don't know what happened, but it got super loud all of a sudden. But
That good?
it's a little better, yeah. But I'm just gonna move that one because basically we had started messing with PJ and we put them all out on his table, but he didn't know where they were coming from.
Yeah. Fred
And
and Kelly would get him.
Yeah, it was a group effort. I mean, it got to the point where he was getting frustrated enough. We're like, here, man, I don't know where these things are coming from. Give them to me. We'll get rid of them. And all we were doing was recycling them and putting them back into people's hands so they could keep going. And before he realized what had happened, he must have had, I think, 300 or 400 ducks. We only had 100 at the time. So they were recycled quite heavily. And it got to the point where he was about ready to freak out. So we called the game. And I want to say that Kelly was the one that won that one.
Yeah, she won the first one.
Yeah, because I think she got 26 without getting caught. And that was the high for the longest time. But and once we told him what it was, then it was funny. Well, then it was like, who's going to be the next one? And then that's when I went out and bought the blue duck. So, and now I actually have all 6 colors of the big blue ducks. So, And now there's just ducks all over the dang place. And they're
When we
over.
first started playing it at Norfolk, I didn't even know what the hell was going on. I was like,
That's kind of the idea.
I was like, where are these ducks coming from? And they're like, I don't know. I don't know.
Exactly.
No one
Nobody
knows
knows.
where we're coming from. And I never. So for the first, I bet for the first 3 hours we were there, I didn't see a single person put one on my table. It was like, that was just, it was not there 5 seconds ago. Where did it come from? And then,
Oh yeah.
and then I figured out it was coming from their daughter. She was good. She was literally a ninja. She was
Yeah.
really good at it.
Derek Daly was very good at it too. He would come up there, talk right to you, and pull them out of his pocket from his hoodie and drop them into our bins. And I'm like, really? But Greta got caught one time really good, and she said a naughty word and she kind of covered her mouth like, "Ooh, I got caught." Let's see. Last question. What is your least favorite car?
The Camaro.
Oh, yes. A man after my own heart.
The first gen Camaro. It's because it's so overproduced.
Yeah. We're talking the 67, or are you talking the 2000 era? Or 67 era.
67 to 69 or whatever.
Yeah. There's a lot of them.
Like every single set that comes out, there's one Camaro in it, and it's like, I'm
Well,
just.
and that can go both ways. I mean, how many Skylines and Honda Civics and
There's never enough of those.
Well,
see?
this is
That's what I'm saying.
All the Hondas that I could find.
You know, I've
Those are
let's
cool
see.
cars.
Let's see.
There's
Let's
nothing
see.
cool about a Camaro.
No,
Ever.
Yes. Then sell me the one that you bought this weekend,
No.
or what? You know, like this one. This is a great one.
I don't have that
It
one.
is.
I got a couple of these, obviously, but you know, this is the Kmart exclusive. You know, and it's cool. But you know, I've also got Camaros and
I need
Dodges.
the other
and-
one of these.
No, the red one?
Yeah, well, the other Zamek. I have the red one.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
I got that one somewhere. It's probably in a box full of Xanax, but yeah, I mean, they're just, to me, they're toys, and they're meant to be enjoyed. And let's see here, I keep showing this one because it always rubs Kent the wrong way, because we got the black wing,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
black plastic wing. But
Did you see this, Kent?
oh yeah, see,
you showed me that.
well, I can trump that, but I'm not going to right now because I'm going to open this. I'm going to open this 88 Monte Carlo, and this is a damaged package, by the way. when you were talking about that one with the crease card, like this thing is smashed.
Yeah.
I can't believe Greta has yet to pop in and say something about a puppy. So
I tagged her.
I know I sent her a message.
I
She's
bet
probably
working.
or she's taking care of little man. So
Bill Man.
okay, that's super cool. It needs a wheel swap, and it probably needs to be slammed, but I will take that as a win because the deco on the roof
Sweet.
and hood and trunk of this thing is amazing.
Okay. I'm going to let you go. You can go see Mom, okay? And then I'll come get you, okay? Okay, Sammy, say bye.
Bye.
Sammy says bye.
It looks like it has off-road truck tires on it. It just doesn't work for me. It needs like
Like this one?
yeah. See this like they're too big. It just
Yeah.
doesn't work. And they're like off-road tires.
I guess I do have some Matchbox. I guess I didn't mention that. I do have a few Matchbox stuff though.
rolls nicely though.
I bought that what is it? It's like the moving parts, but they're carded.
Mm-hmm.
It was like an ambulance and stuff like that.
Yeah, I've got a few of those as well because that's technically what this one is.
The
I
orange
think.
ones.
No. Oh, those. Yeah.
These ones.
Yeah. And, you know, that's the thing is they make a big deal out of these opening doors and stuff like that. But back in the day, Matchbox and Hot Wheels both used to open up, and they had opening doors and hoods.
Yeah,
and,
all of them.
I don't know what over here. There's something I was going to grab. No, I was going to grab this one. Because this is the moving parts. But this one was more
All
on
right.
the lines of the series I just opened. But, like, there's this Mercedes Sprinter van.
Oh yeah, you showed me that.
But, yeah,
That thing is sweet.
the door actually, it doesn't open very well sometimes, but yeah, it's got a big sliding door on it, so.
Yeah, that thing is dope.
Hey, Kent, what you opening over there?
I'm about to have an accident.
You were a puppy. All right, well, we'll continue on without him for now because I've got a couple others that I wanted to rip open tonight because I want to see them out of the package. So we'll go ahead and start off with the custom Acura Integra sedan GSR from the latest, greatest Fast and Furious set.
I have an extra one of those that I was going to open, but
Oh, I got the other one to go yet too.
yeah,
Because-
I have the Maxima and that one extra, but I'm going to use them to make like a diorama.
I like how they came out with the new wheels for these, and this is Mia's. And I really like the movie. I like the old movie. The new ones are getting a little far fetched. And then we got Vince's '99 Maxima Nissan. So
You mean the Impala?
no, it's not an Impala. It does look creepily like an Impala though. Now that I look at it again,
There was a
They-
post on one of the pages the other day that said it was the same casting.
no, because
Yeah, it's not.
where's my Impala? There it is.
I got one right here.
Yeah, I got one right here. But yeah, there are. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. There's some similarities to them, but well, here I got wheels. But you know, there's some similarities to them. I'm not gonna disagree with that, but they're not the same, so that's a plus. But yeah, they are. I mean,
Very close.
yeah, you're not wrong. They are a pretty similar car. So, you know, who knows? Maybe back in the '90s, Mattel was, or not Mattel, but Chevy was paying homage to the Maxima. And that is kind of funny, but it's a little bit more rounded on the Chevy versus the squared off Maxima. So, oh,
Okay, I'm back. I don't know where Brent went to. I bet he lost his battery. All right, we'll finish this up here. Here's the car that I'm going with tonight. Purple Passion, Pepsi next. And that's all we got for tonight. Mike, thank you so much for coming hang out with us.
No problem.
Next week, we are going to have the rescheduled interview that we were supposed to do last week. And then after that, we'll have Andrew Bates from the Kansas City area. Thank you so much, everybody, for hopping in, watching. Maybe you guys see a little bit of puppy bit, and I'm going to go yell at Frank or one of them because they were being bad right now. So I will see you all later. Have a good night, everybody.
See you guys later.
All right, bye.